Good morning, or good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. I want to share a couple of ways or a couple of tools specifically that you can use to create sales videos quickly and easily. I think lots of times when we are trying to create as creators, we sometimes think it's outside of the realm of our possibilities. Maybe we think we're not techie and we worry about the pieces and parts. So today I want to break it down, make it super easy for you. I've been doing a whole series of trainings on sales videos. So if you've missed the previous ones, you can go back through the feed, or there's actually if you're on Facebook in particular, there's a playlist, or on YouTube. So that might be something you want to tune back into. But I've been doing, like I say, I've been doing a series of videos to talk about sales videos because they're so powerful. So as you guys are coming in, just give me a shout out. Where are you in the world? And how was your holiday weekend? If you're here in the US, we just had, Labor Day. I always get the Labor Day and Memorial Day thing mixed up. It was Labor Day weekend. And I have to say, we didn't do anything super special. Worked in the yard a little bit. I did finally break down and mow the yard again after my bee experience. For those of you who are aware of that, I got into a bee's nest a few weeks back mowing the yard. But the yard needed to be mowed, so I got back into that. So it is a little bit chilly here. Hey, Christina, I'm so glad to see you. We got Bill from Florida. Bill, how's the weather down there? I'm getting ready to come home to Florida for a few days. We've got Quitman, Texas. I've never heard of that. Malaya, I love your name. That's such a beautiful name. We got Sam from Nigeria. Glad to have you, Sam. We've got Marley in New Jersey. So I am currently in Virginia and been here taking care of my 96-year-old dad, and it is chilly this morning. Chilly, like it was 52 or something. Like, to me, my Florida blood has gotten a lot thinner over the years. So Marley, so I love this. So I am not, my home, is in Florida, and we do have a lawn service there. But here in Virginia, there is no such thing really as a lawn service. Where I tell people, we go out to the middle of nowhere and you hang a left and keep driving. It's like literally in the middle of nowhere. It's an hour to town. And so, yeah, there's no lawn services. So, yeah, we have to do it the old-fashioned way. So we have people from literally all over the world. Well, I'm so excited to see you. Hey, Sherry from Texas. It's 82 in San Diego, says JB. Good to see you, JB. So yeah, like I say, it's a little cold. Okay. So if you've never been on one of my lives before, let me just do a quick intro, and I would love it if you intro yourself if we don't know one another. Like, if you've never been on one of my shows before, just say #new and I will wave to you, okay? My name is Kim Garst. I'm an online profit strategist, which just basically means I love to help people make more money in their business. I have owned multiple businesses over the last 30 years, online businesses. And so I've been around a long time, seen a lot of things. It's one of the reasons that I'm so passionate about sales videos in particular, because when they work, and I think they're going to work more and more going forward, simply because people don't read long sales pages anymore. It's like we just are tuned out to that. So if we can't do what we've traditionally done as marketers to sell our stuff, then how do we have to evolve? And we do absolutely have to evolve. So Marley says, I am the lawn service. Yes, I have become the lawn service. At first, it was kind of fun, getting on the lawnmower until I got into the bee's nest. And I don't know, although, I recovered and all's well. It's all good. Okay, so today I wanted to break down how easy it is from a tools perspective to create your sales video. Now, I know a lot of people who think they're not super techy. They're like, well, I don't know how to edit a video. Like, How many of you guys feel that's you? Just drop it in. There's no judgment here. If you feel like the tech stops you from doing what you need to do, then you are in the right place today. We're going to break it down. I'm going to share a couple of very simple ways that not only you can do it, but the pros do too. So I'm going to talk to you about how, now that I know how I create content, I see it a lot of other places too. So let me just bring up my screen and we are going to get started. Okay, 2 simple tools. Now, I struggle to, I will tell you this, when I know something, I love to share as much as I know, right? So I'm going to tell you that there's technically 3 tools, but you just have to pick one, okay? So Malaya says she's not techie. That's okay. Like I say, you are in the right place. I know that a lot of people feel that they're like, sales video. And, they just put their hands up and they say, sorry, that's not something I can do, before they even know that there are ways around the tech issues. So one quick thing, if you do know anyone that would get value from this, if you know other entrepreneurs or anybody that is trying to sell a product or service online, feel free to tag them, sprinkle this out into the world by hitting that S button, whatever. Again, this is about sharing as much information as possible with as many people as possible. The reality is, creating a video sales letter, that's just another term. That's the digital marketing term. The acronym is VSL for a sales video. It doesn't have to be hard. In fact, it can be super easy. I'm going to break it down into 2, technically 3 tools, okay? Because I struggle with just, the reality is there is like probably thousands of ways to skin the cat, right? With all things, there are so many ways to do a specific thing, but I'm going to try to make it as easy as I possibly can for you by sharing just the simple things. And more importantly, things that you might, 1, already have, or 2, be familiar with, at least at a baseline level. Okay. So the first one is PowerPoint. Did you know you could create a video with a PowerPoint presentation? So I want to talk to you real quick about a VSL, because for those of you who might not have been on my previous trainings, I want to talk about what a video sales letter is. It's basically you with a script telling your prospect why, painting the picture. It's a little bit more than this, but I'm going to simplify it. It's this is your problem. Agitating it, like I had the problem, so I came up with the solution, and here's the solution. So it's problem, solution. Problem, agitate, solution. But there's a script, and a lot of top marketers use this. But the tech pieces usually, again, are what hold people back. But this is the part that I want you to lean in and listen to. If you were to take a peek at like commercials that you see on TV, those could have been created with a simple PowerPoint and animations. Now that I am familiar with creating content, I'm like, yeah, you could create that with a PowerPoint. So that's what I want you to understand. It doesn't have to be difficult. And in many cases, you guys already have PowerPoint, or if you're on a Mac, you have Keynote. So when I'm talking about a video sales letter, or AKA a sales video, then it's basically 3 formats you can take. You can do just text on the screen, which is what you're seeing right now. This is what I refer to as an ugly video sales letter, meaning it is just text on a white background. And then it could be that simple. So if you can open up your PowerPoint and you can put text on a slide, then you can do this, right? It is literally that simple. Or if it's Keynote, you can even add animations and video content to your PowerPoint. You can add animated slides. You can use the animations in it to give it some effect if you want to. There's so many things that you can literally do with PowerPoint. So the end goal, though, is that you're creating a slideshow and then recording your voice over it. So it's, you know, you create your text on your slides, and then you record you saying it. How many of you can do that? We all can do that. And you can literally do that with inside of PowerPoint if you want to. And like I said, the ugly sales letter, when it comes to just text on a white background, you can do that. You can make it a little prettier, like you see mine right now. I've got some of my branding elements on here, but it's technically what you're seeing right now is just a PowerPoint. It's not technically, it is. This is a PowerPoint. And I'm just showing you some of my slides. But a super easy way, another easy way that you can do this is with a designer tool. So you could do this with like Canva or easel.com. But for purposes of today's training, I want to really key in on Canva in particular. But in a minute, I want to share a couple of other things when it comes to PowerPoint first. When you are trying to create a video or a template, if you will, because technically you're creating your content before you record it, okay? So you could pretty it up if you wanted to using some of the pre-designed templates inside of PowerPoint. So on the right-hand side of your PowerPoint, if you've got it pulled up when you first start the creation process, there's looks that you can see. So it's on the right-hand side of your screen. You'll see a variety of templates under the designer heading. So if you were to look, click on the design up there, it would give you all these different looks, and you can use those. If you want, again, to make your sales video a little bit more fancy, if you will. So how do you find custom images and animations to use on your PowerPoint presentation? So let's break that down just a little bit. And again, I'm trying to keep this super simple. There's a lot of animation functionality inside of PowerPoint that I think a lot of people don't necessarily use. So I'm just going to demo this real quick. I'm going to animations. And I don't think I can do this from while I'm actually in this. Let me see here if I can do this. Show this to you. Yeah, it doesn't let me do it while I've got it powered up. So, but trust me, there's animation functionality inside of, hang on. When I say something and I can't necessarily, so give me just a second. I've got Canva pulled up here, but I'm going to move this over because I like showing what I'm talking about. So here's the slide that we're on right now. If I wanted to add some animations or even the transition feature I use a lot, which gives it some options. So wipe, meaning see how that split. It does some cool animation features. It has some cool animation features with just the transitions. The animations themselves are obviously different. So if I wanted this to like bounce in, I could click on the bounce and that little animation, it adds that little animation to that particular slide. So there's so many things, again, that PowerPoint allows you to do that doesn't necessarily require any other fancy smancy thing, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and pull my full screen back up here, and we're gonna move on. All right, oops, so much for that, hit the wrong button. I wanna hit the wrong button. One more time, here we go. All right, so let's talk about, there's the little animation I just added, but let's talk about adding graphics to your PowerPoint. One of my favorite resources for free imagery is Unsplash. The quality of their images is pretty awesome. I actually wrote a blog post. You could do a quick Google, or maybe we can drop it in for you. I wrote a blog post once about all the free resources for copyright free content. So you could probably just Google that. There's so many resources. If you want to pay for them, you can. My favorite place to buy images is Deposit Photos. You can also, if you're familiar with Canva, you can use Canva, even their pro account. If you have a pro account, their imagery is pretty inexpensive. Or in many cases, there's free content there that you don't have to pay for. So there's just so many ways that you can find amazing content to use inside of your sales videos if you want to. The beautiful part about sales videos is they don't have to be fancy smancy, y'all. They can literally just be white background with text on them. Okay, so again, these are just options if you want to pretty up your sales video. Now, something that I'm super, super duper in love with is a little resource called Presenter Media. And Presenter Media allows me to create customized content. So I use this little tool a lot for webinar style content. Like if I'm trying to make a point, like I'll show you. Like this is one of my points. I'm just gonna let it play for a second. Sales videos, sell more stuff. Okay, so I created this inside of Presenter Media. It makes a very specific point. So if you want to create content that has a specific message that's customized to you, your brand, this is a great little resource for you. So I'll let me go quick. All right. There we go. So if you want to find out more about Presenter Media, you can go directly to kimgarst.com/presenter media, or you can go right to Presenter Media. In all transparency, when I share the kimgarst.com / a tool / whatever the tool is, those are affiliate links. Like I say, you don't have to use those if you don't want to. You can go directly to the tool. But the fascinating part about this little tool is it gives you the option to create those customized pieces of content. Now, if you're, and it doesn't necessarily have to be just the video pieces. If you want like a pop piece of like, you know, like a balloon that floats up in your video that has a customized message on it, my recommendation would be to make sure that you set your background to clear or transparent. That way you can overlay that design element onto anything that you want. So this is a cool little resource. And interestingly enough, once you've created these inside of Presenter Media, then you can bring them into PowerPoint. PowerPoint is a very, very functional, high-tech tool without a lot of the high-tech barriers that I think a lot of times we stress over. We think it's going to be hard. It doesn't have to be hard. You can add customized text, animations, all kinds of cool things that, again, will give you a beautiful video on the other side when you finish. Really, there's no limit to it outside of your own creativity. You know, I think lots of times we think we have to have the fancy tools to create video content. Some of my most popular videos that I've created for social media have been created inside of PowerPoint. So just saying, you don't have to have fancy smancy stuff, you guys. It really can be as simple as using something you already have without, you know, the stress of worrying about mastering some new tool. So here's where I wanted to break this down. I said, you know, we're going to talk about two tools. One was PowerPoint, obviously, and I'm going to give you two options on the second tool, even though I said one tool. Remember, I told you I was going to give you two, and I'm going to break this down into two lanes based on one, what you're comfortable with, and two, how complicated, and complicated is not the right word, how robust. If you want a more robust tool, you might want to use WeVideo, even though it's not complicated, okay? But it does have a lot more editing functionality. But let's break it down, and that way you can like see the differences. Canva, how many of you guys are using Canva or are familiar? I'd love to get a kind of a feel for where everybody is. Do you already have an account? Do you use it to create, you know, imagery for your social media? Have you ever done a presentation style piece of content using a Canva? Just let me know where you are in that mix. The reason I'm asking is because with a sales video, obviously you are creating a presentation, Okay, essentially that's what it's a video. It's going to be, in most cases, your video that you create is going to be a traditional landscape video because you're going to put it on a sales page. So we have a lot of people saying, Tamira is saying, Tamas, I'm sorry, is saying, I use it. Marley is saying, yes. Canva, yes, I have an account. Kate says that. Steph says she uses it. Okay, excellent. So we're getting a good feel for where everybody is with, being comfortable and using Canva. Canva just recently rolled out a new feature. The first piece of it is the ability to record at your screen, meaning if you have your presentation created inside of Canva, you can record it. So let me get my, there we go. Okay, so the best part, it's good for both your free and pro versions of Canva. So if you have a free account with Canva, you can still do this, okay? The pro feature, I think the pro feature on Canva is worth every penny, but it's just my 2 cents there. We use it so robustly that it's like, there's not a day that goes by that we don't use Canva in some context. So you do have to have your presentation created. Whatever your text is, your script needs to be inside of Canva on individual PowerPoint slides. And you can use some of their pre-designed content in here as well if you wanted to do that. Or you can just keep the white background with straight up text on it. It can be that simple. So once you've got your presentation ready, you just go up to the present button, and obviously the present button is at the top, and that's if you just are presenting it live and you're given a physical presentation. But there's a new feature now that's called present and record. And when you click on that, you can see it on the screen right there. When you click on that present and record, it allows you to do a couple of things. You can record just your, the physical presentation, or you can add your camera so that your camera sees you and you can be in the corner. So if you want to be front facing with your person, that you want them to see you, then you can be in the little corner if you want to. Or you can also just record yourself. That's another option. And that's a separate little piece, separate little functionality. But the only problem that right now, this is a brand new feature that Canva just rolled out. I don't even think it's a month old yet. And the only thing I will caution you on is that you have to create the content first, and then you edit it in a separate location. They haven't connected the dots very nicely yet inside of Canva. So again, this is just another real quick and easy way to create, to record your video, and then you can also edit it inside of Canva. So let's talk about where you go for that once you've recorded it. There's the piece that, again, from a video editing perspective, once you've created it, you download it, and then the way I've done it, just as a workaround, is bring that video back in by uploading it again and opening it up inside of the editor. So to find the editor, you go to canva.com/videos, and you can drop in your video that you just created, and you can edit it. And the beautiful part, I think, about this, let me back up for a second, that I find interesting is, for me, and I've edited videos with a lot of different tools, I think what I really appreciate about Canva and their editing system and how simple it is let me just show you. I always like to show things. So hang on, let me pull this up here. I had it pulled in. I had it opened earlier. Okay, here we go. Okay, so one of the things that I love about it is just how simple it is. So I've got a little video clip that I uploaded in here. I was playing around with it. There's a couple of limitations. It's not huge. It's not very robust, so it doesn't have a ton of editing functionality, but it does have some. And for somebody who's brand new and just wants to, do this as low tech and as easy as possible, I think Canva is a great option. But it allows you to, create pages versus, in the past, we've looked at things like a scene perspective, right? When we're thinking about video. But in the context of this, we're so used to adding pages to our presentations or to our content when we're creating content inside of Canva, that it just makes sense to me. So if I wanted to add like if I'm creating my video script, using my video script, and I wanted to add some B-roll. B-roll is just additional video that makes sense in the context of our video. I could do so by just adding, a clip somewhere, and I could, again, add it wherever I wanted. You can drag and drop these. You can add custom transitions in between your, slides. So it gives you a lot of, very basic functionality. You can set the time. All you have to do is drag if you want this to be 2 seconds versus, longer. There's just, again, very basic editing functionality, but it's pretty, it gives you, I think, everything you possibly need to create your sales video, I guess is my point. If I wanted to add another scene here and I wanted to do, let's just show you a couple of examples of what you could do. I'll pop in a frame here. Let's see if I wanted to do like this. A frame is something you insert other stuff into. So I could go down, I could even put some video content into that. If I wanted to make a point, and then I could have my text over here, if this is my, let's see, hang on, I'll just add it. So the point is you can add whatever you want, text or imagery or animations, just like you would a traditional video. Let's see, hang on, so this would be something, I would add my text, whatever I was going to physically say for this particular screen. Do you struggle to make as much as you want to online? Okay, so that might be what I would say right here. That would be the text. That would be my voiceover for this particular thing. But if I wanted to play this, let me just delete this. Let's just go here, and I'm just going to play this.
How to create sales videos.
All right. Obviously, my voice is not on this one yet, but you get the point. As you can see, this is a moving video here. It's a design element. Very simple. It took no time to create. So this is a powerful little resource for you that is not techy, that you can absolutely use to create amazing content. All right, so let me get back to this. And so we've talked about Canva as an option, not only from creation, but also from an editing perspective. And the next thing I want to say is I always like to throw in options. I'm a big fan of WeVideo for editing. It's also a great creation tool. It does allow you to record yourself. It allows you to record a PowerPoint presentation if you have one. It does basically all the same things that we just talked about with Canva. It is more robust from an editing perspective, so there's a lot more functionality, better transitions, things of that nature. It's pretty inexpensive. You can get started from free to like $7.99 a month. Like I say, I'm a big fan of this tool. It's definitely more of an editor than, although you can create, but the editing functionality is just amazing, and it's easy to use, even if you've never edited a video before in your life. So this is another little resource if you want something a little bit more robust than Canva. Okay, Canva's stuff is new. They're still building it out. They haven't connected some of the dots, but you can still use it and it'll still be amazing. And it's familiar to you if you've already used Canva. So just throwing all those options out there for you. So here I'm going to sum it up. Canva is a great solution if you want something that's super easy to use. And like I say, maybe a little comfortable for you. If you're already using Canva, you're familiar with Canva, Canva feels warm and fuzzy. We don't have to worry so much about it. But if you want something a little bit more robust and has more functionality, then WeVideo is another great option to check out. And you could test both. Obviously, like you could sign up for a free account with WeVideo, get in there, play around a little bit, see if you like it. But if you know you need to create a sales video, I want to invite you to check out my video sales letter course that we're getting ready to open up. Where our first class is Thursday. We're already in marketing phase now. So we've been doing these whole series of videos, sales video trainings, to get everybody aware of what a sales video is and ultimately get them to a place where they can do this themselves. But we do have a full-on course that's starting. It's a live course, meaning we do the training. You come to class over the period of 9 days. We do have a couple of get or done days as well, but it's basically to help you get to a finish line. And the reason I do the course live is so that you do the work as we go and get to the other side of the course with an actual sales video completed. You get a script, you get all the pieces and parts that you need, and you'll have not only have your video done, but also have your sales page ready to roll out. So live training starts on Thursday, 11 a.m. on the 9th is the first day of class. So all you have to do is register. You can tune in, join us live from home. And the end goal, obviously, is to get more sales, because sales videos work. Absolutely. You get started today for as little as $117. If you are interested, this is for you, you just go check it out at Join VSL to Profit. We'll drop the link inside of the comment area as well. So I would love to have you a part of this journey. Our last class was almost a year ago, the last time I taught this. And we had some amazing results. And the reason that I'm so excited about teaching that live is because, I don't know about you guys, but I have bought courses before, and I didn't go through them. And so my hope and what I saw happen with my students was they actually got stuff done. There's a script. All you have to do is fill in the blank. If you've never wrote a sales script before in your life, you're going to be okay, because the guts of it is done for you. If you can fill in the blanks around what your product or service does, you're golden. And not only that, but we also give you the template to put where you put your sales page once you get it done, which is extremely valuable. I would say that alone is potentially worth, I know it is. The value of that is very high. So I'm really excited about that piece of it. So when you come out on the other side of this course, you'll have a sales video, you'll have a landing page set up to sell whatever it is you sell. And the best part about this is it's rinse and repeat. You can use this for anything you sell, whether it's a product, a service, a digital offer. It doesn't matter. Anything that you want to create a sale with, you can use this formula, because it's repeatable. It's a process. And I'm not the only person to do this. I've studied top marketers for years. I've used sales videos myself, and it is a powerful medium for selling more things. So I know Rhonda's been answering questions as we go. Let's see, but I want to see if there's any that I didn't get answered. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. One thing I will say is, if you're curious about whether or not the course is for you, reach out and ask. We are so open. And again, this is about getting the right people at the right place in their business. If this isn't where you need to be, we will tell you. Absolutely. So I'm hopeful that you decide to say yes, join us. We're going to have, not only do we learn a lot and we get a lot done, but we have a lot of fun too. So love to have you join us on this journey. And if you feel like a sales video is where you need to be, then I hope you'll join, take the leap of faith, invest in yourself, and more importantly, invest in your future sales. Because I truly believe that sales videos are where it is at. We need to embrace them, use them, and stop trying to. Well, we just don't sell as much stuff if we don't have a sales process in place. So anyway, but all right. Like I say, anytime you need any help, just if your questions, whatever, help@kimgarst.com. We will be happy to answer any questions, concerns, etc. All right. All right. Well, take care of yourselves. Stay safe. God bless. And one last thing before I head out, I'm going to be doing one more training tomorrow at 11 a.m. around sales videos before I stop hounding y'all about, come on, you got to do your sales video. All right. All right. We'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Take care.